This may sound crazy, but what if I told you that being an entrepreneur with too much free time can absolutely suck when you don't know what to do with it?
Of course, it's awesome to have a lot of free time, but when you are living abroad as a freelancer or business owner, it can be very different and also very challenging and sometimes even stressful. So in today's Digital Nomad vlog, we're going over some of the things that nobody really talks about when it comes down to working and living abroad as a freelancer or business owner. But before we go over that, let's go over some of the highlights of last week. All right. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Duco Flint and welcome back to the Digital Nomad vlog. In this vlog, I'm going to give you a little bit of a insight of, some of the highlights and challenges that we all face as a digital nomad, but in particular, the things that I'm facing as a digital nomad. So let's just start with the highlight of last week. One of my biggest highlights this week was that I joined my very first Muay Thai lesson. And this is something I always wanted to be doing, and I found the opportunity to join a lesson. So I really loved it, super stoked, and I'm definitely going to continue to have Muay Thai lessons while I'm here and while I'm having the opportunity to do that. And my goal is to do this every week, twice. Another highlight that I had is that I started a course for YouTube so I can improve the quality of my videos, so I can just come up with awesome videos that keep you engaged and, so I can grow this channel. Now let's go over some of the challenges. And actually on this video, I just want to discuss one very big challenge that we're all facing as digital nomads, but especially as entrepreneurs. Okay, the one thing that probably every entrepreneur is facing from time to time, and that is when you have a lot of free time and there's not much going on inside your business. For a lot of people, and including myself, this means, oh, if there's no business, that also means that there's no money coming in. And often we all get into a mindset of more a survival-based thinking. So what I have been experiencing is, yes, I have a lot of free time. There's time to surf, there's time to drive around on a motorbike, there's time to meet with friends. This also directly means spending more money and also not having money coming in. So what happens then with the mind and the brain, it goes into a survival-based thinking. And now you're enjoying your time and you're doing all these awesome things, but in the back of your mind, you are worried, you feel guilty, and you feel simply like you're not productive and doing the things that you actually should be doing to sustain your life, to make sure that your business stays alive and healthy. That is something as an entrepreneur living abroad is always the biggest fear. Like, if I don't make money, then, maybe I'll be home in 2 months. And the worst case then is, of course, thinking like, oh, I have to go back to my parents or something. And this is just the untold truth that nobody really talks about. I do believe that being an entrepreneur gives you a lot of growth, and actually those times, that's the part where the growth comes in. This is the part where you have to think, this is where you have to wing it, this is the moment where it all comes together, and it really comes down to solution thinking. And how can you do better? And I think that in itself is great. A great way for growth in self-development, and also to constantly improve yourself and just get better and better. So in the end, you can create a more comfortable life for yourself. Because as an entrepreneur opposed to an employee, you decide when you work and you have more ownership of your time. And this is something that you have to consider when working abroad as a freelancer or business owner. I think ultimately the solution is to create income streams that are, one, continuous, and two, more passive. So you could think about a lot of things. Like, for example, I know people who rent out their house. There's other people who have investments going on, but there's also people who have just very smart businesses that just don't require so much of their time, but they are pretty consistent in bringing in an income. So in order to have a lot of free time, but also a lot of peace of mind, I think it's important to create businesses for yourself that just provide you with a continuous income stream. So you can actually focus more on the things that you like doing and also have peace of mind at the same time. All right, guys, so that was this video. If you have something to share, maybe your story on how you experience being an entrepreneur abroad, feel free to put it in the comments. I love reading the comments. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask as well in the comments, and I'm happily going to respond to each one of them. Now, if you found value in this video, then make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you haven't yet and you are interested in working online, or you're working online already and you just want to follow my adventures, but also want to learn a few things here and there about living abroad, then make sure to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos on everything about becoming and being a digital nomad. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.